Hey and welcome to Not Only Hollywood. Today I'm going to review The Night Comes For Us from 2018. This is an Indonesian action movie. A man suddenly regains his conscience and rescues a girl he's about to kill. But his boss isn't happy, so he sends out his minions to kill him. The Night Comes For Us was my favorite movie of 2018. This is one of the most violent movies I have ever seen in my life. And after a bit of thinking, I have concluded that this is the most violent movie I have seen in the action genre. This is an action movie that shows injuries as I imagine injuries will look like in reality when using weapons and martial arts. Director Timo Tjahjanto has made movies such as Macabre, Killers, Headshot and the May the Devil Take You movies. Killers was also a bloody and brutal movie, but The Night Comes For Us is in a way what I wanted The Raid to be in terms of the violence it shows us. The Raid movies are placed in the back seat after watching The Night Comes For Us. There is a new driver in town. The story isn't good, but it doesn't matter as all the violence and choreography fills that void. What I found strange was that Iko Uwais didn't get as much screen time as expected. He has to share much of the screen time with former colleagues and a woman. Iko Uwais disappears from the movie for long periods, but it doesn't harm the quality as all the actors do a superb job during the action and fight scenes. There is no one here who stands out negatively as the violence is in the driver's seat and the choreography is top-notch. Forget Rambo from 2008, The Night Comes For Us is the new king of violent movies. The first 50 minutes are some of the wildest 50 minutes I've seen in my life. After 50 minutes, the movie finally takes a break. After that, it builds up to the big showdown, which oozes wild and brutal energy that I haven't experienced before in my long movie watching journey. The fight between Iko Uwais and Joe Taslim is one of the best fight scenes in movie history. This fight has crazy energy that you don't experience that often. These are real men and they do everything they can to hurt and kill each other. These are real men. This fight reminds me of the fight between Jackie Chan and Ken Lo in Drunken Master 2. It's not the prettiest fight to watch, but the energy is from another planet. It's not just about making a brutal and graphic movie if the action choreography isn't good. You don't have to think about that here. Timo Tjahjanto knows what he's doing, and we are served an orgy of violence without equality, where the focus is on close combat with different weapons. And the special effects are impressive. I sat and smiled at the fantastic and brutal death scenes. Everything from the special effects to the sounds from dying people is perfect. This is a wild, wild movie. How many times do I have to say it?
Kill them. Kill them all.
Everything you don't get to see in other similar action movies, you get to see in The Night Comes For Us. This is a wild and brutal movie that turned me on. What an orgy of violence we get to see. It's so dark and brutal. If you're an action fan, this is a movie you should watch many times. I can guarantee you haven't experienced this before. This is a sick movie and I love sick movies. Just look at my nipples. They can't get any harder. Look at them. Take a close look. From 1 to 10 I give The Night Comes For Us a 10 out of 10. This is an action classic. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Sleep well and dream about me and my hard nipples.